Here we are in a beautiful Fresno, California day. We've been here about 3 or 4 hours documenting this wonderful 1969 Dodge Charger 500 fast top. I'm going to walk around and tell you about it like we usually do. Very, very nicely documented car. These cars were extremely low production, about 500 produced. They produced them in order to meet NASCAR standards. They changed the body lines and the aero in the back of the car. This particular car, a lot of history in Arizona. We have a full owner history list. It was originally sold. We'll get around to the window sticker there and cover it for you. But we have a letter signed by the gentleman that owned the car or was a steward of the car for many years. It changed hands between two friends for like 28 years or so, 28, 30 years. We're still working on the research, but the owner had a lot of stuff here. It's recently, over the past few years, it was purchased by the current owner in about 2018. It's had a extensive mechanical once-over on it. Not that it really needed. It's a 74,000 actual mile car. It's been painted once. The interior and carpet have been done, but the paint on it, I think may have already mentioned that, or I don't know the age on the paint, but about 30 years old I would guess. Has slight character patina, which gives it a good feel. It's not 100% perfect, but it's beautiful, wonderful straight body, all original panels on this car. The current owner, he went through a full mechanical once-over. And he went through the entire engine compartment, engine, transmission, rear differential, rebuilt everything, wanted his cars tight and right. It has all new brake lines, all the brake systems have been gone through, engine's been rebuilt, transmission rebuilt, paying full respect to the originality of the car. Obviously, when you get underneath the hood, I'll share that with you. Here's a reproduction copy of the window sticker on it. It was sold new at Plaza Dodge in Duluth, Minnesota. The color F5 is a medium green metallic. C6G is the green interior on the car. It has a lot of neat options. A33 track pack on it. Has the E74 426 CID 4-barrel dual HEMI, dual 4-barrel V8. These are rated at about 425 horse and 490 foot-pounds of torque. Again, believed to be all original panels, but very tidy and nicely done mechanically. These cars, what they did is they had to do a lot of modifications in order to meet NASCAR. These cars would get a little crazy at high speeds, and they had to do some aero adjustments to it, which eliminated the fold-away headlights, and they did a Coronet style grille in it. They did a lot of modifications. Again, very low production car in the 4-speed format, but overall, not many of these C500s were built. Again, go to Spud's Garage and I'll nail through the specs there for you. There's no way I can remember it all when I'm walking around here covering it. I might make a mistake. Has optional turn signal markers on it, on the hood markers. You'll see the body's very straight. See the flowers on the side of it. Hubcaps have been restored. It has Pirelli P600 radials on it. Factory style wheels. Again, mechanically, operationally, quite a bit of time was done by a professional. There's a stack of paperwork, that much, that we will have documented. A lot of the paperwork will be documented at Spud's Garage for you. Specs on the engine, what they did, machine work, that kind of thing. It has an original matching number, engine and transmission, rear end, that type of thing. Factory color car. Has the optional updated seat belts in it. Date codes are on the seat belts. We've taken pictures of several of those. At some point during its life, of its 74,000 mile life, the interior's been done. Just a beautiful car. Got to compliment the guy that was a steward of it for many years. The doors are just shut wonderfully. Kept nice records on it. It is in the Galen's registry. If you're looking at this car, you definitely know what it is, or have done research on them, I hope. They modified the slope of the rear window or the sheet metal on the back half of the car here, and changed a lot of things just to get the aero right. And they later went on to do the wing cars not too far down the road. Birds are chirping today, just a beautiful day. I'm just kind of letting you take the car in. All original glass in it with the exception of the front windshield from what I can tell. Again, mechanical once over, and the cosmetics of the mechanical and the underbody have all been addressed on it, probably at about 6 figures. We haven't added it up, but I know it's at least 6 figures on the work that was done on the car. Retains the paint that's been on it for many years. We did 2 other cars, a GTX with 19,000 miles for these folks not long ago, the Mopar guys might remember. We did a 69 Roadrunner. They were all factory green cars. I asked him about that, and he said it was just happenstance when he was looking for the cars, and ended up with 3 pretty nice Mopars. This is a very legendary car. One of these. It's been written up in magazines and I believe online at Hemmings. This particular car went through all the gauges, all the lighting, all the wiring. I'm gonna actually drive this baby. Here shortly, and I'll share that with you. Window sticker here. I know I went over it out there, the 4-speed, D21 4-speed, just covering some stuff I didn't, 885, factory tack, with clock, Music Master AM radio. It's a sports type steering wheel in it. Again, all the gauges are working. I haven't really warmed it up yet. We started warming up a little bit. It's just now raising. Temp gauge, it has a new fuel tank in it when they did the mechanical restoration. Quarter tank, oil pressure is 40 pounds. Started right up this morning. We'll have a cold start here for you. Charge gauge working. These are the actual miles of the car, 74,063. Notice I put the e-brake on, the light comes on here. Go ahead and put the headlights on and walk out. Again, full owner records. Or ownership history records. Alright, we'll get you underneath the hood here. Very nice. Like we talked about, full restoration of the mechanical components on the car. Everything is working. Complete rebuild of the powertrain, the original engine, transmission, and rear end. 4-speed, 354 sure grip, limited slip in the back. 426 HEMI dual quad. We actually took the air filter off, or the air filter housing, and captured numbers of the carburetor. They've all but went through the carburetors. All went through correct Carter AFBs, tags, that type of thing. We know it's original based on the history. We also have documented the numbers for you thoroughly. Make sure you go to spudsgarage.com. All new brake lines during the restoration, wiring, that type of thing. The mechanical restoration, the exterior of the car is the original that was on the car when they purchased it. It's been on there many years. Data tags on the fender, full history files on this car. You'll see E74, 426 HEMI, dual quad, 425 horse, 490 foot-pounds of torque. There's the A33 track pack, XX29, double X car. We'll fire it up here for you, kind of give you a feel. promised I was going to drive it. Reverse works perfectly. Back up. Clutch feels good. Obviously all new components restored. Very cool. Very rare. One-handed driving it. So it's a little bit of a beast. Hopefully no raisin truck's gonna run me over.
Yes, so dive in and shop this truck.
All original floor pans. Probably won't be able to catch it, but if you really get up in here, you can see how the factory did the modifications to create the C500s. Original jack, spare, full-size spare. Included documents. We're going to do a cold start video here for you and show you. We're just pulling it out of the shop after me doing the undercarriage. Go ahead and fire it up. Alright, like we mentioned during the walk around, we'll get you up on the lift here and cover the undercarriage for you. We mentioned they had done a full mechanical once over on this car. All receipts are included. Cosmetically, mechanically, underside, that type of thing. All new, went through everything on it. All new exhaust, OEM style. Through all the springs, all the brakes. Factory braking, factory sure grip, 354 ratio, limited slip. See all new brake lines. They restored the undercoat finish underneath the car. Solid car, all original floor pans. Took good photos of all the reinforced areas of the body that should be there. We'll have those at Spud's Garage for you. Torque box is up here. Yeah, get some when we get up in here. You'll see the plates there. The snubber bump brace right there. Get up here and cruise around and then turn back around and come back and cover a few other areas. All new torsion bar work. All the torsion bars were pulled out of them. All new front suspension. Transmission was completely gone through. We took pictures of the numbers of the transmission for you. Those will be posted at Spud's Garage. The level of detail went into it. All new brake lines. Took pictures of exhaust manifolds, casting. Took pictures of the stamp on the side of the block here, the VIN stamp. Looks like the K-member up here has been all taken down and powder coated. Engine compartment's been refinished. Pirelli tires on it. We'll get around to cover the tire size when we get there. You'll see the engine's all been gone through. Gordon Anderson, all receipts included. Charger 500 grill from the bottom side. Dog dishes will be on it when we photograph it. 235 60 R15, Pirelli P600s up front. All the rockers have the pinch welds all along here, factory rockers from what we can tell. This finish is the finish that was on the body for many years. Braces on the bracing right here. And right here, the plates they put in there. Structure. See the tabs? You saw the tabs folded over on the other side, the back here. Definitely go to Spud's Garage. We're going to have a lot of photos for you.